Good morning to one and all. My name is Dinaresh. Today, the subject is electrical engineering conservation and auditing. The topic regarding to it is the principle of operation of the transformer. Before going to the subject, let's discuss the content first. Here, in this, in this, we are we are reading about what actually the transformer is to be and the structure of the structure of the transformer and its working principle of the transformer, the construction of the transformer, the losses in the transformer, what are the losses and its types, and discuss what actually the ideal and the practical transformer were to be, uses and the application of the transformer. As like those many, we can discuss in this present PPT. Here, at first, initially, what actually the transformer is to do. Here, we well known about the transformer in our locality, which were present in the end of the street. Here, a transformer which is nothing but defined as a static device which helps in the transformation of the electric power in one circuit to electric power of the same frequency in another circuit. Here, the voltages can be raised or lowered in a circuit, but with the proportional increase or decrease in current ratings. Here, the transformers change voltage through electromagnetic induction. That is, as the magnetic lines of force, nothing but the flux lines, build up and collapse with the changes in current passing through the primary coil. The current is induced in another coil, which is nothing but stated to be as the secondary coil. Here, the secondary voltage is calculated by the multiplying the primary voltage by the ratio of the number of turns in the secondary coil to the number of turns in the primary coil. Here, it is nothing but that of the quantity called the turns ratio. Here, let's discuss how actually the structure of the transformer is to be. Here, we can see the primary windings of the transformer, and else on other side of it we can see the secondary windings in the transformer. These were constructed in between the transformer core. Here we can see the input was the primary voltage, and due to that primary current we can see it here in this particular figure, whereas the output voltage is nothing but stated to be as the secondary voltage, and the current is secondary current. Here, the basic transformer is made from two coils of wire, a primary coil from the AC input and the secondary coil leading to the AC output. The coils are not electrically connected. Instead, they are wound around an iron core. The working principle of the transformer. Principle. A transformer works on the principle of mutual induction. Mutual induction is the phenomenon by which, when the amount of magnetic flux linked with coil changes, an EMF is induced in the neighboring coil. The transformer works on the principle of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. When the primary winding is connected to the AC supply, the current starts to flow through the primary winding. Since this winding is linked to the magnetic core, the current through the primary coil produces an alternating flux which is nothing but phi in the core. Since this flux is alternating in nature and it is also linked with the secondary winding, so a mutually induced EMF is induced in the secondary coil. Let's discuss the construction of the transformer. The construction of transformer is very simple for the small size transformer. It consists of a transformer core, primary and secondary windings. For a high range of power transformers, the core and the windings are placed in a transformer tank with additional accessories. The transformer consists of a laminated steel core and two coils. The two coils are insulated from each other and from also from the core. The two coils are insulated from each other and also from the core. The core of the transformer is constructed from lamination of steel sheet or silicon steel assembled to provide a continuous magnetic path. Here, the next slide is all about the losses in the transformer. We will learn about the losses. When we use a particular practical transformer, we can definitely hear what the losses in it. Based on that, we are categorized in this PPT four main types of losses in the transformer, which is nothing but work practically. Here, the first one is the resistive loss, and the second one is the eddy currents, the third one is the hysteresis, and the final one is the flux loss. These were all the losses in the transformer. And the next slide is all about the main components which are involved in the construction of the transformer are as follows. Here the first one is the transformer core, second one is the primary and secondary windings, insulating oil, transformer tank, oil conservator, breather, cooling tubes, buckless relay, explosion vent. These nine above parts were the main components which are involved in the construction of a transformer. And the slide and this slide is all about the transformer, how actually the ideal and the practical transformer were to be. When we talk about the ideal transformer, we well know that it has the 100% efficiency, which doesn't have any more losses, which is nothing but we can't see losses in it, and it is the purely inductive material which is it is used. It has no I square R losses, which is nothing but that of the power losses. It has no iron loss. There is no ohmic resistance drop. It has no leakage drop. In it, ideal condition. It is not used in practical condition. These points were regarding to the ideal transformer. Whereas the practical transformer is all about which were working in our daily life. I mean, it was applied in our daily life, which is nothing but its efficiency is not greater than 100%. We well known about it. It has losses, and it is too purely inductive material used. It has I square R losses, which is nothing but the power losses in it. It has iron loss. There is ohmic resistance drop. It has leakage drop. In its practical condition, it is used in practical condition. These points were regarding to the practical transformer. That's all. That's what the ideal and the practical transformer were named to be, and how actually the characteristics of these were to be were listed in this present PPT. And the one which is talking is all about the uses and the application of the transformer. Here we are known that transformer were being applied practically in multiple times. We can see it was present at the end of the street or else our colony as like that. Here actually the transformer use it for the impedance matching. The transformer use it for isolate two circuits electrically. It is used to increase or decrease the alternating voltage in electric power applications. The transformer used in voltmeter, ammeters, protective relay, etc. The transformer used for setup low voltage in case of measurement. The transformer used for the step down high voltage for safety. The transformer used in rectifier. It is used in voltage regulators, voltage stabilizers, power supplies, etc. and many more. That's what we are discussed till now. I mean the content topics, what actually the transformer needs to be, the structure and working principle, the construction of it, losses in it. Ideal was a practical transformer and its basic points, what actually the ideal and the practical transformer to be, uses and application of the transformer. These were these were the topics which I present in it. Thank you all.